What's up, y'all? My name is Devin, the DIY Lawn Coach. Thank you so much for coming back for another video. So guys, it's all about crabgrass today. And crabgrass can be extremely hard to control. I'm gonna give you some tips and some tricks and things that you can do to completely eliminate crabgrass so that you never have to worry about it again. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. Let's get into it. Crabgrass can be a really tricky weed to control, but I'm going to share with you some tips and some tricks and things that you need to know so that you don't have to worry about crabgrass anymore. So I guess the first and the best and most important thing that we need to do is we need to identify and make sure that we're dealing with crabgrass. Because truth be told, a lot of my clients, especially in my lawn coaching, really have a hard time identifying what crabgrass actually is. And so I don't want you applying anything to the lawn that you're not 100% sure that that's what you're dealing with. So let's go for a walk. I'm gonna walk down the street because I don't have crabgrass to show you in my own lawn, but my neighbors do, and they're okay with me showing their lawn. So let's go for a walk. Let me show you what some crabgrass looks like so that if you have it in your lawn, you know exactly what you're looking for. Let's go. So the best and easiest way to till crabgrass is through the seed head. And I'll just kind of say kind of a general statement. Typically speaking, the best way to till any weed is by its seed head, or especially some of the grassy weeds. So when we're looking at crabgrass, we're over here in my neighbor's yard, and let's look at some crabgrass. So here is a good little patch of crabgrass. And crabgrass typically likes to grow right up next to curbs, things like that. It just really likes the heat. Here we have some right up against the curb of the street. And here is a crabgrass seed head. And you can really see it's got that little three-pronged, here's another good one. Here's an even better one. So here is a little three. This one actually has 4 prongs on it. And you can see all those tiny little seeds. And then this is kind of the growth pattern of it. You can see how it get what I call kind of leggy, and it grows in a bunch like this. It'll grow out, and then as the plant matures and gets bigger, it'll shoot up these seed heads like this right here. This one's been freshly mowed. He didn't mow but a couple days ago, so you can kind of see it. But all this right through here, all of that through there, right along this right here is all crabgrass. And I made a video not too long ago that helps you kind of identify. There's some other grassy weeds like Dallas grass, there's quack grass, there's goose grass. And so all of those are grassy weeds, and they can be very hard to tell that you're dealing with crabgrass. But if you look at the seed head, that's kind of the telltale sign, and that's what gives it away and lets you know that you're dealing with crabgrass. So it's important to know that we are in the middle of August right now. Crabgrass it germinates in the spring once soil temperatures get above 50, 55 degrees. These plants are extremely mature. We'll talk about control here in just a second, but at this point in the year, the crabgrass obviously has gone to seed several different times. This lawn has been mowed. Ultimately, the damage is pretty much done in this lawn. I mean, sure, we'll talk about control. We'll talk about what we could put down to get rid of some of this crabgrass, but at this point, A, it would be extremely hard to control just because of the maturity of the plant, and then B, we can't really do much about it at this point in the year. Let's take a walk back to the house, and let's talk about, first of all, how we can prevent it, and then if we aren't able to prevent it, how we can cure it. So let's walk back to the house. So let's talk about the absolute best way to take care of crabgrass, and that is before you even see crabgrass. Crabgrass germinates in the spring when soil temperatures reach about 50 to 55 degrees. So if we can do something to prevent the crabgrass from even germinating in the first place, we would never even be in the position that we're in now, like when we saw that crabgrass in my neighbor's yard. So this is called prediamine. This is your best bet, your best opportunity to take care of crabgrass before it ever even becomes a problem. And so the way you control crabgrass, like I mentioned, is getting a pre-emergent like prediamine in your soil before soil temperatures reach 50 to 55 degrees. So what you need to do is you need to go online, and I'll link a website down below where you can go on and look at your soil temperatures. But in February, March timeframe, depending on where you live, I want you to apply prediamine at 10 grams per 1,000 for turf type tall fescue. Always consult the label and make sure that you're reading the label, because it'll tell you exactly based on your grass type the amount of product that you want to apply. But for me, turf type tall fescue, 10 grams of prediamine gives me roughly about 4 months of coverage. So I get it in my soil early so that once soil temperatures cross that 50 to 55 degree mark, the crabgrass will germinate, but this prediamine creates a vapor barrier that will completely stop that germination. And so therefore, the crabgrass never even grows. The best thing that you can do is get a pre-emergent down in the springtime. Now, some guys like to do what they call a split app, which means they take those 10 grams and they divide it in half. So they make sure they get it down early. They'll put 5 grams down. Then they can also put another 5 grams because you have a yearly maximum. You can only put so much of this product down based on your grass type for the entire year. So if you split this up into 2 different applications, basically what you're doing is you're just hedging your bet to make sure that you cover a wider basis for weeds, because they do germinate at different times. While some crabgrass seeds may germinate at 50, maybe some of them germinate at 55, or maybe some of them germinate at 60 degrees. Having that split app is probably a good idea just because it lengthens the amount of time that you have for control. Best opportunity you have is get a pre-emergent. I'll link down below where you can get prediamine. You don't necessarily have to get a big jug like this. I've probably had this for 2 or 3 years. I've got a 20,000 square foot lawn, so this jug lasts me a long time, but it's an application that I make every single year and I am not going to miss it. So make sure you get your prediamine. If you have some breakthrough, so let's say you put down your prediamine, but then the cable company comes and they have to dig up your yard, for example. Well, they have broken that vapor barrier with your prediamine. So now there's a chance that you're going to get some breakthrough, that you might get some crabgrass seeds that are going to germinate where you've broken that pre-emergent barrier. So now what? Now what are our options? What can we do to get rid of crabgrass now that it's germinated? The first option I'm going to tell you is more of a homeowner type option, and you can pick this up at Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon. I'll link it down below where you can find that as well. Really quick. If you're liking the video, make sure you give it a like, hit that subscribe button. Again, it helps support the channel. I'm gonna leave links down below where you can find these products. I do get a little bit of a commission on them, so if you do choose to purchase them, it does help support the channel. So I would be super appreciative and really thankful for that. But you don't have to do that. If you wanna go out on your own and you wanna search out the products, by all means, perfectly fine. Just know that if you do use the links, I do get a little bit of a commission. So thank you very much. So this is Ortho Weed Clear. This is a concentrate formula. This is what we call a 3-way herbicide. It basically contains 2,4-D, Quinclorac, and dicamba. This is just a great all-around weed control. I use this for maybe some spot applications, but we're going to talk about here in just a second why this product works, and then we're going to talk about a product that works even better here in just a second. Again, I mentioned the active ingredient is 2,4-D and Quinclorac. So when you think crabgrass, I want you to think Quinclorac. So if you're looking for an over-the-counter, big box store type weed control, you've got to find something with Quinclorac in it. Quinclorac is a great herbicide that will knock the snot out of crabgrass. So you definitely want to make sure that you're buying a weed control that has Quinclorac in it. But it is super important, as I mentioned earlier, when we're talking about crabgrass, we have to take care of crabgrass when it's a young plant. Typically speaking, we want the crabgrass to be at a 3rd tiller stage or less. And basically a tiller is just the shoots that come off the grass blade. Here, I'll throw up a little image here of a crabgrass plant at the different tiller stages. But the more immature or the younger the plant, and really this goes with any weed, the more mature a plant is, the harder it is to control. So we want to get it early. Again, best option is to use a pre-emergent, but if we don't and we can't, this will make a great option. This is called Quinclorac. All right, so this is the active ingredient that was the same thing in that Ortho Weed Clear, except this is a little bit more of a concentrated formula. If you've got a big time crabgrass control problem and maybe you're in the, maybe later in the year and you've got to knock out some crabgrass, that Ortho Weed Clear isn't going to touch it. You need to go with a more professional type formulation. And the active ingredient in this is Quinclorac, but it's 75% Quinclorac, where the Ortho Weed Clear was only like 2%. Both of them work. This is just going to work a whole lot better. The use rate on this is 0.367 ounces per thousand. Another little trick that I like to do on anything, any product that I use, whether it's Quinclorac or any herbicide or fungicide, is I always like to write on the bottle, because flipping through these pages and looking at these books can be quite cumbersome. So the fact that I have it just written there and I don't have to think about it, and I'm the one who's going to be using this for my personal lawn, so it's not going to get confusing. So make sure you write your stuff on there. But post-emergent control of crabgrass, this is what you want to use, Quinclorac, and that'll take care of your problems. Well, that just about does it for this video. If you follow these strategies and you get down a pre-emergent, and then you know the chemical, the active ingredient that you need to look for to take care of crabgrass, I promise you won't have a crabgrass problem anymore. Crabgrass, again, is an annual, so the seeds that it produces this year are the plant that grows for next year. So if we can put down a pre-emergent and we can stop that cycle and the crabgrass doesn't grow, there's no seeds for the following year to have a problem with crabgrass. And like I always say in my videos, no matter whether it's what weed it is, the best control for any weed is a thick, healthy stand of turf. So if you focus on making sure that you have a healthy, thick, lush, vibrant, growing, healthy stand of turf, you're limiting the amount of space and room for crabgrass to be able to grow. Another big advantage is we have with turf type tall fescue is it's tall. So any of the crabgrass seeds that may try to germinate are going to be shaded out and choked out by the tall fescue. So hope you guys liked the video. My name is Devin, the DIY Lawn Coach. Thank you so much for checking out the video. I can't wait to see you in the lawn. Peace.